Slightly Unblended, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I am doing a cloudy look to match these earrings that I randomly made that I just decided I wanted to do a look based off of. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey y'all, so for this look, I'm taking the Makeup of Murder Lost Signal palette with the Makeup Shack T14 brush and taking the bottom row on the left, the black shade, and I'm popping that on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to work it through the crease, and I'm going to wing it out a little bit because I wanted to add lots of doodles, so I thought that a winged out halo eye would be a lot of fun. I could not find this palette for a while. I've had it, but it was misplaced, and then found it and I was so happy because I have been obsessed with doing smoky looks lately, and I wasn't really feeling very good when I filmed this, and I've just kind of been a little moody, so I wanted to do kind of a moody look, something sparkly, something cloudy, just heavy on the doodles, but also just was so excited to do a more smoky blend. With the same brush, I'm taking the gray to go ahead and start to diffuse the shade and give it that extra smoky blend. So I'm doing back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. And I just really like this more kind of darker gray. And then I love like how there are like different levels of like lighter grays and then a white. That way everything could be more monochromatic in a way and extra smoky. So this is the Makeup Shack T63 brush, and I'm going to take the white to go ahead and get everything nice and diffused. Blending everything out with the white makes it very, I feel, more seamless. It makes it be diffused very nicely, almost airbrushed, and I feel like it just really helped there to not be any harshness. And I was doing back and forth windshield wiping motions, very, like using very, very light pressure. I don't know what that was that I just tried to say. It just did not come out. Word salad, of course. But yes, I am doing the lightest amount of pressure. You want it to feel like a tickle. So with that same brush, I went back into the gray just to bring it back because, like I always say, blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. I wanted there to be a noticeable gradient blend, so I went in to touch this up. That way we can see each shade that I used, and if you use it, do what I'm doing, then that way you can see each shade that you used, and you can see the amount of work that you put into your blend. So just going back in to touch that up, and I will be going back into that first black shade to touch it up pretty soon as well. I went ahead and dipped back into the white just to make sure that everything was nice and softened up. That way there isn't any harshness to the blend. I really feel like that helps to make it be a more gradient blend. Makes it look more airbrushed. So I've been really sick and really busy, so I'm trying really hard to get some looks built up to have to edit. That way I can continue to have them every week. So please bear with me. I am going to get to the request soon, I promise. I'm taking the dough color number 10 brush and I'm going back into that first shade, the black shade, and I'm just going to bring it back because you can tell in the crease that I lost it. So this is going to help to bring it back and give us the depth for the look. Again, I'm going and doing back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. Just that way we can have a nice and even blend, and we don't want to do an over blend. I cleaned that brush off and I went back into the gray. That way I can get this black blended out. That way it's not harsh, and then that can help to make it be more seamless. So again, back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. I'm taking the Makeup Shack T63 brush again with more of that white shade just to make sure that everything is nice and blended out, everything's softened up, and getting ready to clean out my crease and carve it out. Just going in and making sure that everything is as pigmented as I want it to be. I really, really love how pigmented the shades in this palette are. Alrighty, time for some micellar water on a Q-tip to start to clean out my crease and to clean off my lid, getting it ready to carve it out with my base. I like to do it this way, that way whenever I go to carve out my crease, then the base will just be not muddied, and it helps to keep all the shades more vibrant and true to what they actually are. So while using the micellar water on a Q-tip to clean out the crease and to clean off the lid may take a little bit longer, it's really, really worth it in my opinion. That way you don't have your shades all muddied up when you carve your crease. So now I'm going to carve my crease with the Juvia's Place, oh my goodness, eye primer, and a nameless Morphe concealer brush that I've had forever. It has a name, I just don't know what the name is. So now I'm taking the Makeup Shack T66 brush and the black shade that we started out with, and I'm applying that on the inner corner of my lid and the outer corner of my lid onto the base and kind of bringing it up towards the crease to give it that nice halo eye shape. With the same brush just cleaned off, I'm taking the gray to start to diffuse the black shade, and I'm just going to continue to make the halo eye shape. So what I like to do when I'm doing like this is I tell myself it looks like the shadows are giving my eye a nice little hug. So this is just kind of to soften up the edges and then get ready for some sparkles. That way everything is going from darkest to lightest and creating the shape of the halo eye. So here I dipped into the black again and just started to pat it along the edges of that gray and where I started with the black shade. That way it doesn't have much harshness to it. Everything just kind of blends together very nicely. It's time for one of my favorite steps, adding sparkles. So I'm taking Sea of Stars from Terra Moon's Cosmetics with the dough color number 14 brush, and I'm just applying it to the edges of the mats and working it over to create more of a cone shape, and then you can have beautiful sparkles. I just love a sparkly moment. Like, sparkles really do make the day better. They just make me so happy. Now I'm taking the shade X05 and popping that right in between Sea of Stars because I left the center portion just how it was, just blank. And then I just popped on X05 to add a little extra sparkly bit. I don't know, I felt like it just turned out so cute. Now I'm taking a little bit more of Sea of Stars just to make sure everything is nice and blended together. And now for my brow highlighter, I'm taking First Light and just highlighting right under the arch of my brow and taking it towards the tail of my brow. Really, I don't mind putting a sparkle under my entire brow because I just want it to be a nice sparkly moment. So now I'm taking this Suva brush that came with the UV Taffy's palette and a white liner, and I'm doodling some clouds. So I started out by doing little dots and then just kind of doing little bitty dots and extend them outwards to create the cloud shape. So when I do this, I'll doodle the cloud and then I'll let it dry down just a little bit, and then I'll take one of the eyeshadows that it's over, so like I'll do the gray and pop that on the edge of that liner just to make sure that it is nice and blended together, and that way there can be some depth in between the clouds. Now I'm taking some of that matte white eyeshadow with a liner brush and just popping it over top the cloud, and just to make sure that I get that gray nice and blended and there's no harshness. Now I'm going to doodle another cloud. And so I like to do that with the mats over the cloud. That way I can add more, and it just kind of makes them look like there's a lot. And then it adds a little bit of depth and dimension to the liner. So I felt like they were turning out kind of cute. It looked like a really cloudy night or a very thunderstormy day on my eyes with the clouds. Very, very cute. Have you doodled clouds before? I know that they may look intimidating, but they're really, really easy. And the best part about clouds is they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to look the same because there's not really any clouds in the sky that look the same. So here I took the Elf and J Kiss a J5 brush, and I'm adding more of the matte eyeshadow and popping that over the edges of the clouds before I start to add more clouds. This is very, very cloud heavy, very doodle heavy, but it was just kind of what I was craving that day, and not feeling well has kind of taken the creativity from me, which makes me really sad. But I was just excited to doodle some clouds because I feel like it has been a while since I've done a cloud look. I did this one before I did the one that I put on my Instagram on Tuesday, because I did that like a couple days after I did this look. But yeah, anyway, I just have been on a cloud liner kick lately. So I'm taking the black and the gray shadows to start to pat on the edges of the clouds, and to also kind of like give a more gradient blend to make the clouds have more of a stormy look to them. Add as many clouds as you want. If you don't want to add as many as I've been doodling, that is fine, but just have fun with it. Clouds are really, really a lot of fun to doodle, and they can be a little bit time consuming depending on how many you're going to do. And like this look took me quite a while to do because I was very low energy, not feeling the greatest, but I was really having a lot of fun with doodling because that's one thing I look forward to aside from adding sparkles to my looks, is if I'm gonna doodle something, like I get so excited to do that. I just love practicing trying to draw stuff on my eyes, especially because I cannot draw anything but like a stick person on paper. So here I decided to doodle a moon, and moons kind of intimidate me. This was kind of hard. Like, just trying to make sure that it matched up to the other one and everything. Yeah, I was like, oh, I should have used a stencil. But I decided to risk it and freehand it. So my goal with this, I told myself, okay, I want it to look like a toenail. That way it can be a nice crescent moon. So I started kind of doing like a C shape and then just kind of extending the points at the each end to kind of make it more of a moon shape. Then I'm going to go in and doodle some more clouds because why not? They're so fun. But I felt like the moon just kind of added a cool touch to this look. So with the clouds on this side of my eye, I'm doing the same thing as I did on the other side of my eye. I'm just going to doodle the clouds. I'm going to shade them with some matte eyeshadow and then add some more clouds and just do quite a few of them. I don't know. I felt like these ones on this side weren't as cute as the ones on the other, but I was trying to do them like really, really small. And if you weren't really feeling like using a liner for this, then you could use like a white concealer or a base or anything like that, and you could use that to doodle the clouds as well. And then you could just take some white eyeshadow and place on top of it to get them set and everything. So whatever you wanted to do there. I will also say that the About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paint, the white one, is really good for doodling some clouds as well. Now I'm taking the Dimensions Graffiti Liner from Lashing Out Glam in the shade Pot of Gold, and I'm going to try to freehand some stars here. I felt like they would look really cool with it. It would be like a nice contrast. And with the Lashing Out Glam liner, the Dimensions Graffiti Liner, It's like a duochrome sparkly liner, and I really like them. I wish I had more shades. I have like this, cotton candy, and then like there's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but if you're interested, just let me know, and I'll go check the name and let you know what it is. So for the stars, I am starting out like I'm drawing like a capital A, and then I am going from one of the legs and going diagonally to create an arm, and then from the opposite leg and going diagonally again to do another arm, and just extending the points to make sure that they are pointy, cute little stars. I feel like I did a lot of stars for this look, so if you don't want to add stars, then you don't have to, but if you want to and don't want to add as many, then feel free to not add as many, because I don't know what I was thinking doing so many stars, but I kind of feel like they really went nicely with the look, and I liked the contrast of them against the smoky eye and with all the cloudy liner doodles. I felt like they were just kind of cute. Just when we thought we were finished with the clouds, plot twist, there's more. So I decided that I just wanted to put a lot of clouds, but I wanted to like play stars to see how many more clouds I wanted to do. Like I said, I was in the doodling mood for this look, so there was lots and lots of doodles. But I don't know, that cloud right there in particular, I think is kind of cute. But this footage isn't the greatest. I think I got out of focus somehow. It was probably my bad kitten Milk running into my camera, because he does that. He just comes in there and just runs full speed and just like, boom, takes out the tripod. And I'm like, dude, you gotta chill. Like, he's a mess. But yeah, very rambunctious. Okay, so since I put the eyeshadow down over the cloud, I decided, why not add another cloud? Because I feel like it would go very nicely. It would look a little more put together. So I doodled another cloud. And I want to say I put another star in between these ones. I haven't really watched the footage back, so we'll find out together if I did that or not. But I started to go over it with that eyeshadow and make sure everything was nice and blended together, and then decided I was going to add more stars. And I don't know, this just looked like a very cloudy night kind of look. It was a lot of fun. What do you think of halo eyes? Have you done a halo eye? Do you like to do them? I used to hate doing them, but honestly, the more I practice them, the more I fell in love with them. So, like, sometimes I'll just get on a halo eye kick and just be doing halo eyes all the time. Try not to do that. That way that I can have, like, different stuff done. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm taking some micellar water on a Q-tip to get this sharpened up, and then I'm going to add some of the Angel Baby Gem Pack from Manic Gems. Love Manic Gems. Have some of the most awesome things. I love using their stuff to add into my looks. I feel like they just, like, are the perfect finishing touches. So I'm taking my eyelash glue and putting on little dots, taking this BH Cosmetics Get Stone tool, popping on some various sized gems from the Angel Baby Gem Pack, and yeah, that's pretty much all I did for this look. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I'm so sorry for the voiceover. I'm sure that's not going to be the greatest either if my voice isn't better by the time I get to that. I'm not feeling well. And this has taken me like most of the day to do, which normally it wouldn't take me as long, but it's taken me a long time. I'm just so tired and just but I had a day of rest yesterday, and I told myself, okay, regardless of how I feel, I want to do makeup tomorrow. So that's what I did. So I don't really have a lot to say, and I don't want to ramble too much because I'm sure you're tired of nasally me. But yes, as soon as I get the chance, I will have some more looks filmed up. I just made these earrings while I was kind of bored and wanted to do something, and it kind of gave me a look idea, so I last minute decided that I wanted to do this. So yeah, sorry for the low energy. I hope y'all like this look. Hopefully it could be fun. Let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. If you'd like to keep on my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, then I'm on my social media. It's linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me. I can't thank you enough. And if you like this video, could you please give it a thumbs up? Because I heard that it helps to push my video out into the algorithm. So if you give it a thumbs up, then thank you. Okay, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!